industry, academia, students! Here's your chance to come together. Join us for the first annual CIO Campus Connections on the 11th of Feb 2011 at the Royal Rodal, Karachi. Celebrating the completion of the first Campus Conversation series, we're inviting students, the academia, and the industry to engage in a great, big, gigantic mentor train and a killer knockout round where all three stakeholders will fight it out to solve issues about salaries, GPA, and the availability of jobs. There's also a special competition for students who want to pitch their ideas to a VC. If your idea fits on a 4x4 piece of paper and the VC likes it, you could walk away with a prize. Log on to ciopakistan.com/cc for details or contact Shafaq Tariq at cc@ciopakistan.com.
Sessions like these, gatherings like these are certainly not possible without support of partners, sponsors, and I have a colleague, Ian Sorat, who's going to tell us a little bit about that.
First of all, we're extremely grateful for our sponsors and partners who actually help making these events a success. We are thankful to Infotech, PSEB, Engro Crop, and Folio 3 TMT Ventures for making this possible. Thank you so much for being here and making Campus Connections a success.
We got Fasha, wonderful support that run the industry. Unfortunately, for those of you who know Jahanara, she was unable to join us, but we're extremely grateful for her support, and we do have a member from the board of Fasha, and of course a job portal by the name of Brightspire. So these things are just simply not possible without them. A couple of announcements before I turn the mic over to Naveen Naqvi, who's kindly consented to be the moderator for this next session of the knockout round. I'm just going to lay out a couple of rules of engagement as to what this knockout round is. The knockout round is this. The stage I'm standing on has three mics here. One mic belongs to somebody, to a teacher or an HOD. One mic will belong to a student. And one mic will belong to somebody from the industry. For 10 minutes each, I have 5 issues which Naveen is going to read out. So we're going to read out the issues, then we'll ask for a show of hands as to which HOD or teacher, which student, and which industry professional would like to come and present their perspective. आप चाहें इसको अंग्रेजी में कर लें, or you can do this in Urdu. And you saw how smart I was in changing languages? You can do this in any language you like. We have a panel of judges who's going to judge you on clarity, communication, how expressive you were. We only have 10 minutes for every session. Okay? Judges, you have a panel of 4 sheets. One for the faculty, to rate the faculty, one for students, and one for the industry. We know that there are a lot of students, faculty, and industry members who want to participate in this, but they have not, so we're going to do this at random. So when you come up here, just introduce your name and your university, or your name and your company so that everybody knows. One request, there's only 10 minutes per session, okay? Only 10 minutes per session to fight it out. Whichever student, industry member, or HOD presents the most. Whoever presents the most accurate perspective walks away with a prize. So we'll have a total, which industry member, which HOD, and which student is the most effective communicator. That's what the judges have to judge. All right? So that's what it is. Just one last announcement before I turn the mic over to Naveen. Also on your tables, you have a little 4x4 piece of paper. What this is for is, immediately after the knockout round that all of us are going to be engaged with, you can write an idea, an innovation that you would like to bring into an existing application, or existing business idea that's already out there. Write it up in this piece of paper, and a colleague of mine, and raise your hand, a colleague of mine will come and pin it on that board. That's going to be the board of fame. The person at the end of this, TNT Ventures CEO Zahul Moti Bala Sahab, who is right there. Zahul Sahab, if I can just have you raise your hand. Zahul Sahab and his panel of judges are going to judge 10 apps which are there, and 3 of you could walk away with a small cash prize to develop this app and do what you want to do, and within a time span of a month. So that's what you have to do. Come up with an idea of an existing app and bring some innovation to it. आपने इस कार्ड पे लिखे अपना नाम and अपनी university, this is only for students by the way, अपना नाम और अपनी university का नाम लिख के हाथ उठा लीजिएगा, and we pin it up on the board of fame. 3 of you could walk away with a very small token amount to kind of give you incentive. So an existing app and bring innovation into it. Does that make sense? Alright. So that's for you. So Naveen Naqvi has very kindly consented to be the moderator for the session. In addition to Naveen, we've got our judges. We've got Rabia Nizami from Nokia. We've got Ashok Kapadia from Systems Limited, and also representing Pasha. And of course, last but not least, to Naveen's left, we've got Kabir from Isab, who is from TSE. Naveen, over to you.
Thanks, Rabia, for inviting me here. And I just want to say beforehand that I'm not a judge. I'm a moderator. So you don't have to hate me to make these people. Secondly, welcome. And those of you who are going to be up here and arguing, I just want to say over Rabia made it very clear that there's only 10 minutes per session. So let's everybody try and give each person an equal opportunity, right? So that also applies to faculty people, the students. Okay? And students get their day in time. So let's start off right away. And the first issue is, for the first 10 minutes, we have companies don't want innovators, they want team leads. So for that, we need 3 people to approach the platform right there. So from the students, can we have a show of hands? Who would like to volunteer to argue on this subject? Companies don't want innovators, they want team leads.
Companies don't want innovators, they want team leads. Okay, you are the first one, so why don't you just come on? It always takes lots of time.
Now, the same issue can be put in. Yeah, okay.
Liz?
Okay. No, we're going to have all 3 on stage at the same time.
That's right. Otherwise, it will be a fair fight. So somebody from the faculty, please. Show of hands. Companies don't want innovators, they want team leads. This would be your chance.
Okay, yeah. Do you just want to have read off the criteria of what the judges are looking for? So just read. It's the same for students, industry, and for faculty.
Basically, what you have to do is get your point across. You have to exhibit confidence and energy, plenty of empirical evidence to defend your position, and arguments have to be presented in a logical and coherent manner. The time should be used well. Statements should be summarized, arguments should be persuasive, and the audience needs to be inspired. That's a lot of things to do in 3 minutes, as we said. So in about less than 3.5 minutes, you'll do all of these.
But if you just introduce yourself so the judges can write down who is in round 1 for the students, who is in round 1 for the faculty, and who is in round 1 representing the industry. Okay? Off your muscles and turn around so everyone can see. Sir?
Maybe Kazi from Korea.
Your time starts now.
The topic was that whether industry wants team leads or they want innovative ideas. Well, what we have heard from our teachers and some of the industry people that new ideas in Pakistan especially, new ideas are not that much encouraged because most of the jobs are for team leads that can be trained and that can be वो जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं वो उसी राह में चले जो पहले लोग चलते आ रहे हैं. There is no development in the industry. So that's the point कि अगर हम इंडस्ट्री में वो नए आइडियाज नहीं आ रहे तो वो नए आइडियाज लाने वालों को भी सिंपल नहीं आने देते. That was the point. To be for me, like if I'm an electronic engineer, I'm working on different controllers, but like AVR pick, do we have any electronic people here working on electronics? There are various controllers in my industry. Various controllers I have to explain. Take AVR and ARM. Now our industry only works on 8051. That's a very old controller. So we have to work on that, and so we can't make any new things like a projector that's in front of you. That can't be made on an 8051 controller that's used in our industry. So that was the point. They are not encouraging new ideas.
Industry faculty jump in anytime.
Okay, I will partially second this statement or partially I will ask you. This depends on company to company. From where when IT comes in Pakistan, especially, as being a faculty member, I will go contact them. Okay, fine, we now get some projects or we are going to get some ideas. Okay, fine, please either sponsor it or either give an opportunity to students to conduct this project. But they always ask them, okay, fine, I am talking about the last 5 years. Then there was some like Munshi type company, like that they have one main state type company. And they have said, okay, but what the objective to earn money. But now this concept is going to be changed now as fresh graduates are coming and they are occupying the senior positions. Now they are going to take a but if we are talking about that कि हमेशा हम ये कहें कि फाइन आप जो है वो नए आइडियाज पर प्रोग्रेस कर जाए नए आइडियाज जो आप लेकर आए उसको पॉसिबल विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द इंडस्ट्री इज नॉट पॉसिबल आई एम इन फेवर ऑफ दैट बट लेकिन उनमें थोड़ी सी कोई रिलैक्सेशन भी होनी चाहिए even के I will go with an experience के last time I was going with a project okay कि मेरे पास एक प्रोजेक्ट है और मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि okay go and develop an application in the Linux environment in the Windows environment or in the for the laptop environment or for the other operating system company directly rejected what they said okay हम तो Windows पे ही काम करते हैं तो Windows पे डेवलप करेंगे तो हमें Windows के लिए application again then उसी ऑब्जेक्ट पे मैं ये करता कि मैं ये इसको रिएक्ट करता तो मुझे पूरा बना सकता आई गो विद माय ओन प्रोजेक्ट आई प्रोवाइड दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट एंड देन आई गो बैक टू यूनिवर्सिटी टू फाइंड देखो तुम लोग लैपटॉप पे काम कर रहे थे आई नॉट ऑन दिस विंडोज अब लिनक्स पे अब दोनों कंपेयर करके देखो आई गॉट अ बेटर परफॉर्मेंस फॉर दैट एंड स्पेशली बीइंग द यूनिवर्सिटी में रिप्रेजेंटेड हियर आई एम इन सपोर्ट ऑफ दैट कि ठीक है कंपनी इस तरह ऑपरेट करती है यूनिवर्सिटीज आर द एजुकेशनल प्रोड्यूसर्स Universities are actually the knowledge producer and the companies are the knowledge consumers. So we cannot accept the companies कि हम कुछ जाएंगे वो exactly change कर लेंगे. It's a university responsibility कि हम university responsibility कि हम ऐसे तमाम ideas से आए हम उनको इस बात को prove करें being a university students. Being the students हम project को बनाए वो डेवलप करें उनको exercise करें and after graduate हमारे जाए in the industry then they will come up with the idea कि जब वो senior position पे होंगे then we may settle after the decade.
I will ask you to respond to that. Thank you.
Thank you. So, a couple of good points raised by the people, and I feel a little bit on the back foot already when I started. Because now they have allegations against the industry. Let me say this. So the topic, industry does not encourage innovators, they want team leads. Well, I that's to differ. I feel that you have to look at the industry and see what you have to offer and have a little patience. Because what I see here is that sometimes people want to come up with a bright new idea, but they want to get it done immediately. And as industry, we want to tell them, show us what you can do first. So can you develop something? Can you be in the existing process and maybe be a team? And then when you bring something up, we know that you stand behind what you're saying and you can actually do it. So who would sponsor somebody who is unknown? Does somebody who plays cricket and feels that they do great, can they get into the Pakistan team without going to the right channels and hoops and proving their point first and their expertise first? No. So you have to have the patience, work hard at it, and prove your expertise first. And then your point will be taken and your innovation value will be taken for actual implementation, because it costs industry and companies to actually have it implemented. That's one. The other thing is that somebody said that, well, there are different companies, some do, some don't. So that's really true. That's what the free market is all about, right? There are many companies and there's competition. And the companies that are good and they compete well, they advance, and the companies that stick to stale ideas, they become roadkill and they're left behind. So if I'm a leader of a company, I better watch out for the innovative ideas, and I better listen to you, students or anybody, and take them into account, because I know that if I don't, somebody else will, and I'll be left behind. So I want to, of course, increase my business. So all companies have that mentality that they want to encourage innovative ideas, especially in today's world, where innovation is the key to success. So, if you really have good ideas, you prove yourself, but you're still not being listened to, then look at what company you're in and go for the best companies in the market, right? So that's the other point. Last thing I would say is that if you look, there are companies who do foster innovation. So for instance, I know that this time Pakistan, GCC companies went from Pakistan to Asia Pacific Awards, and I think there were seven companies who won awards in Asia Pacific, and a big part of those awards is innovation. So there's a lot of innovation happening, and it is being encouraged by industry, and it's actually being fostered so that they are represented in other forums internationally and sponsored and representing us.
I see faculty is itching to respond. Please go ahead.
So that was my last point. Thank you.
Obviously, my study paper में किया था, I must say that there is always a research department in the industry that may give that get a question that problem. If every company should have a research area, then we can say that, okay, if I am coming here, students is coming, students is idea, okay, just transfer forward it to the research. That people research, then we find out positive and negative points, and then if you find suitable for this particular your area or in your industry, okay, go ahead, just sponsor it. Yes, sir. It's a lot about the combination of the industry and the academy. You cannot blame that the industry is always responsible for this area or the academies. They always will go hand to hand.
Okay. I will specifically talk about the Pakistani industry. And, okay, my group made a project on GPS navigation systems. The GPS navigation system that we made for the company. The company bought it from around 20,000 feet from, I don't know, they imported it. So we made it from around 6,000 rupees Pakistani. So that was our idea, and the main thing we did was we promoted position-based automation. That is, if I am standing in this round and I move out of this round, lights of this room will turn off. This is called position-based automation. We developed this application, me and my three more friends, but this application wasn't promoted in the industry. They just told us that this is a Pakistani-made product, it can't be sold in the industry, and this was the point.
Philip, I'm wondering if we can reach out to the audience and get a couple of insights from them. Saman Saab is already itching to say something. So
I can hear some. Yes.
Over there.
students that were there? So your participants, sorry, students first.
Recently, we are taught a course which is called the Connexions behavior by our most famous teacher, Alirada. And what we learned during this course was that how a person could best fit in an environment and what ethics we should follow. And during this course, we learned that there are some company goals and there are some goals that companies set that they want to meet, actually to meet the demands of the market, to compete in the world, basically. And that the employees, that we students, when our future employers, so when they go in and study with industry, they should follow these goals and they should meet their goals according to the growth of the company, right? So I completely agree with this point that the companies are not reaching for the innovators, but they're working for the team leads. First thing, and second thing is that they are very much resistant to change. That is not why, because something is, because they do not want to change, because they are afraid of the profit and loss business. Yes. Simply, they are looking for the qualities of the students, for team-based problem-solving skills, something like that, leadership qualities. They are not searching for a person who thinks abnormal, above normal something.
Right.
Not creative, not out of the box.
Okay.
These are the problems.
If somebody is going to be interested, because it's like a surprise.
I think Rabia wanted the surprise element, yes?
That was just a request. Second was, I think another answer to it, some of the participants went a little away from the main topic of the question, innovator versus engaged. I think there has to be balance. You cannot have too many innovators in a company, and you would also need engaged. So I think my answer here is a balance of everybody. Some of the answers were very off.